Hi guys, I hope you all are doing great and taking good care of yourselves. Today I will be doing a quick unboxing of a remote controlled monster truck that I had just ordered. Before I go ahead and explain further, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed yet, and if you already have, please hit the bell icon. So I will quickly go ahead and do the unboxing of this particular remote control monster truck. It is, as I mentioned earlier, it is by this brand called Rock Leader. So yes, let me just go ahead and do the unboxing. So this is what the truck looks like. Looks pretty cool. There's your on off switch. There's the compartment, I think, for the battery to be inserted. And let me just check what else is there. There is the remote control. I'll keep the car on the side. There's your remote controller, which looks pretty sturdy. I believe, yeah, okay, one will have to unscrew this to add batteries in there. It also has an on and off switch. And what else do we have? Okay, there are a couple of battery. There is a battery and there is a charger. Okay, so what I understand is that this battery will be going in over here, and this is your rechargeable battery, for which we have a charger over here, and we have a port like this that will charge it. Okay, so it goes in like this over here, and I believe it will have to charge utilizing this. Now if this is the way to charge the battery, I think it will be quite a difficult task every time one will need to get the batteries recharged, because what I understand is once the battery goes in over here, firstly one will have to unscrew this, open it up and put the battery inside, because I don't see any external connector for the battery wherein we can connect the charger externally over here. So yes, I think every time what one will have to do is one will have to unscrew this, get the battery out. Okay, one will have to unscrew, get the battery out and plug it into this. Now this again is a decent bit of a, okay, this is how it goes in. That's how it clicks, it locks itself in, and you press this and you pull it out over here. Okay, you press this and you pull it out. So this is how every time you'll have to charge your battery. Now that's going to be really troublesome, I must say, because if it's for kids, I don't think the kids will be able to figure this thing out very easily all the time, and they will be able to handle this very easily. So one will need some supervision, or an adult, maybe the parent, will have to do this every single time. What I've read in the description is that this product can run for 20 minutes at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour, something of that sort. So if one has used it for 20 minutes or whatever, for the duration of time it runs, every time one will have to come and recharge it. And the recharging time also is 4 hours. So I don't know how good this whole product creation is, because as a truck it looks very sturdy, it definitely looks very robust and good. I will also try and do a quick test of this particular vehicle to understand how it functions, because everything looks pretty sturdy and good. But of course the challenge is getting this thing charged every single time, and how easy or convenient the whole thing is or is not. So what I believe is definitely it is not, because firstly every time one will have to unscrew this, and these small screws are always a challenge because they tend to fall off, and one needs to locate it every single time. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And yes, again there is a similar screw over here. So this, I believe, is where you put in your regular batteries. I believe there will be 3 needed over here. So this is still okay, but this is definitely a challenge. So yeah, let me just try and just fix this thing up and show it to you. So yeah, one will have to unscrew it from here. this particular screw, one will have to unscrew, and okay, this thing comes out, and and you can see the screw is very flimsy and very small, so it might come off. Let me just see with keeping this in here, I can just pull it apart. Yeah, okay, there you see, that's how it is required to connect the battery. So if I put it down over here and take this thing up and go ahead and connect the battery, let me just see how it connects. Not this way, not even this way. It is a decent bit of a challenge. Yeah, there you go. So this is how it connects over here, and you're supposed to keep this thing inside, push this thing in somewhere over here, which again is not fitting too well, strangely, with the battery. Okay, let me just push this thing over here and fix this thing up somehow. It goes in over here, it connects in over here, and then you screw this particular thing again back in. Okay, that's where it's gone. You switch it on from here, and there you can see the lights have started coming on. Okay, I've put in batteries over here. You need 3 batteries over here. Now I need to switch this thing on from here, and let me see what happens. This thing seems pretty good and powerful, as you can see. So you need to just push this thing behind and it goes in front, and you push this lever in front and it goes in the reverse direction. Okay, and here is your controllers for right and left. As you can see, you can control it from, see this thing seems pretty sturdy and strong, no doubt about the way the car is constructed, and the functioning along with the remote in combination I think seems pretty decent. But I somehow feel that definitely its execution could have been a little better with the way the battery is required to be charged, or how one can go ahead. Probably it could have just been fixed inside, and there could have been an external way or a point wherein the charger could have gone in and one could have charged it, especially if one is required to charge it as often as after running it for 20 minutes. So that is what I feel about this particular product. I will have to test it out. I will run it probably and get an understanding on how the function is. So I believe the performance of this monster truck is really good. It's very powerful. As you must have seen in the videos, it does come across as a very strong monster truck. It's definitely good fun to play around with it. But then again, it does have its drawbacks. So I will quickly conclude with the pros and cons of this product. This was my review. So if at all you think that you would want to purchase this particular product, couple of things that you will definitely want to bear in mind, that this is the way it will be required to charge. And if it's for a kid, he will definitely need some support in terms of charging it. And trust me, the kid wanting to charge it after every time it goes off, because it's a pretty exciting toy, and every time it goes off he will expect it to be charged, and the charging time is 4 hours. So I don't know how long will the kid want to play with this thing, because every single time it goes off and it goes in for a charge for 4 hours. I don't think kids have that kind of patience, and at the same time the kid will require someone to address this whole charging concern of his. So yes, this is something that you'll have to keep in mind. And apart from that, if there is something that one needs to keep in mind, I mean, obviously looking at this particular monster truck, although it looks pretty good, whenever one is going ahead to buy a truck like this, if at all there is an option wherein the charge can last longer so that it can run for at least an hour or so, I think that still would be pretty decent instead of it just going off in 20 minutes. And the other thing is, of course, the charging options need to be more convenient. I mean, there should have just been a point or something over here when one plugs in the wire and one could have charged this particular thing. But removing this every single time, unscrewing this particular thing every single time is definitely cumbersome and not very convenient. So yes, thank you so much guys, and if you guys liked this review, please go ahead and hit the like button, and thank you so much and take care. Goodbye.